King of Sports, New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Hello everyone, welcome to New Japan Strong. The Mutiny Tour begins today. Ian Riccaboni and Alex Kozlov. Welcome back, Alex.
Hey.
Wow, we have great action for you here today, including our opening contest, six-man tag team action. We'll see Adrian Quest, Alex Coughlin, and Rocky Romero taking on Team Filthy. And on Team Filthy, Black Tiger, who has had Rocky Romero's number as of late.
That's right. Some may say that this current Black Tiger, the associate of Team Filthy, Team Filthy's Black Tiger is a better Black Tiger than Rocky Romero ever was. So, you know, I love Team Filthy. I can't wait for this one.
Well, Fred Rosser is a man who has his eye on the championship. He's challenged Filthy Tom Lawler once again, the first and the only. He's had some stakes, some requirements. He said if Fred Rosser can get past West Coast Wrecking Crew 2-on-1 in a handicap match, Fred Rosser will earn a title shot. That challenge happens here tonight, Alex.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy. I mean, you can't blame a man for trying. Here's Fred Rosser, a man possessed, a man obsessed with getting that opportunity, the Strong Openweight Championship, the most important title on Strong. But he's going up against the West Coast Wrecking Crew, who, if we had tag team titles here on Strong, they would be the champions. So it's going to be interesting, Fred.
A lot of question marks, maybe more questions than answers, and maybe we'll get some answers following the main event here tonight. Jay White undefeated in the US of J Challenge, taking on the biggest, the strongest, and his only fellow Bullet Club member in the US of J Challenge, 6'8" Hikuleo. He's kicked his brothers out of the Bullet Club. What does that mean for Hikuleo, and what does that mean for the US of J Challenge here, Alex?
Well, like you said, we have a lot of questions. We don't know what's going to happen after this match. And I don't like to see the Bullet Club family fight, but sometimes you got to go through the tongue and test, and that's what I think Hikuleo is doing. He's challenging the leader of the Bullet Club, who did kick out his brothers. He's like, hey, you're our leader? Let me test you out. This is an opportunity to renew their vows, so to say, renew their respect for each other. So let's see where it goes.
And let's see where tonight's action goes. Six-man action, starting off New Japan Strong.
Today's opening match, six-man tag team match, schedule one fall with a 20-minute time limit.
The Mutiny Tour kicks off now here on New Japan Strong. Ian Riccaboni and Alex Kozlov on the call for you. And you're really in the bag for these guys, aren't you, Kozlov?
Well, I mean, how can you not be fans of Team Filthy? I mean, how successful they are, how entertaining they are. Look at Danny Limelight. He is all show and all talent. And look at that, that's Black Tiger. That man beat Rocky Romero. Look at that.
Team Filthy, 172 centimeters, 79 kilos, radioactive Poppy, Danny Limelight. Also representing Team Filthy, Shincho Taiju Fumen, Black Tiger. And also representing Team Filthy, 185 centimeters, 137 kilos, the most feared JR Kratos!
I don't understand the boos. The boos here in Hollywood. I mean, this is Team Filthy, this is JR Kratos, Black Tiger, Daniel Limelight. They are here to put on a show. These fans here in Hollywood, you need to show some respect. What do you say, Ricky Bones?
I think that Team Filthy has a heck of a test in front of them. I think the fans are ripe for booing Team Filthy. I think what Black Tiger, JR Kratos, and Danny Limelight have done to keep the title in the hands of Filthy Tom Lawler is nothing short of uncalled for, because he's a great fighter in his own right. They don't need to go to those tactics.
What tactics? Tom Lawler doesn't need anybody. He doesn't need anybody. He's done it all by himself. He just has a good support team.
And the crowd firmly behind their opponents here, including the team captain representing Chaos.
From the red corner, 173 centimeters, 66 kilos, Young Fuego, Adrian Quest! From the LA Dojo, 180 centimeters, 100 kilos, Alex Coleman!
Big return here.
And Chaos,
Yeah, so that's right. You know, there's beef between Rocky Romero and his business with Black Tiger is not concluded, at least from Rocky's perspective. You know, I mean, Alex Coughlin is back. You know, his last match as a young lion, he actually beat JR Kratos, and he made his return at Strong Style Evolved, and we get to see him back in Hollywood.
And Adrian Quest, who no love lost between him and Danny Limelight over the last year and a half here on Strong. You talk about some of the early competitors in the studio days of Strong before we were fortunate enough to be back in front of crowds. Limelight and Adrian Quest, two young men on the same path. Both men started as teenagers. Adrian Quest started when he was 11 years old, trained by Hernandez.
Jesse Hernandez, the same trainer, my very first trainer, Jesse Hernandez, the first trainer of Rocky Romero. And there's also history between the radioactive Poppy and Rocky Romero. I mean, there was a point in time where Rocky took Danny Limelight under his wing. Danny Limelight bit the hand that fed him, but his career took off after that. You can't,
Well,
wouldn't you say?
well, you can't argue with the success of Team Filthy. So we're going to start things off. Adrian Quest here, the proprietor of Bermuda Earthenware. And look at this.
Not
Going
wasting
right
any
at
time.
it. Quest and Limelight exchanging rights here.
Oh, man, there's a lot of aggression between these two.
Side headlock here, shoots him off. Adrian Quest dropped down. Leapfrog. What a way to start off the Mutiny Tour here. Of course, today's main event, Jay White Hikuleo, USFJ Challenge. Up and over. Oh, wow.
He wasn't able to connect perfectly on that one. I mean, good angling by Adrian Quest there.
Yeah, great footwork to absorb the least amount possible from that shot. As Quest here, Irish whip into the corner, up and over. How quick is Danny Limelight?
I know. And so is Adrian Quest. Catches him this time. Yeah, way better than Rocky Romero's. You ever seen Rocky do that? I mean, the radioactive Poppy is just too much.
Just a one count there. And up and over, the radioactive Poppy goes down. It's interesting. I noticed over the years that you and Rocky, former IWGP Junior Tag Champions, former Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, as we see it now, you see there seemed to have a little bit of a grudge or something. You always say everybody's a little bit better than Rocky.
No, not at all. Rocky is amazing. I mean, look at these forever clotheslines.
3 ever? Oh, thought we were going to get to 4 ever.
No love lost between Rocky Romero and his former protege, Danny Limelight. And Rocky looking over there at Black Tiger, the man who pinned Rocky Romero.
Rocky Romero, one of the few individuals to hold championships in New Japan, where he was a one-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion under the alias and moniker of Black Tiger. That's what's gotten under his craw a little bit, is he wants to one day hold that title as Rocky Romero.
Rocky seemed to have bumped into the leg of Black Tiger there on the apron.
Oh, come on. You saw it and I saw it. Black Tiger, the underground Black Tiger with the tag here.
I think it's time that we show the right amount of respect to this new Black Tiger because after all,
hold on.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
wait a minute.
Shades of the pit bulls there too.
That was a move that Rocky Romero used to use in his early career with his old tag team partners. I mean, Daniel Limelight and Black Tiger have got Rocky scouted with that one.
Yeah, they sure do, and we've suspected who this Black Tiger might be. I think I'm onto it as Rocky into the corner. And now,
oh my God, that's what I'm talking about. Oh my God, these are so much better.
Oh no,
these are so much better. I mean, look at he takes his time, he's methodical. It's not he's not showboating to the fans. It's not about the fans. Of course, Rocky Romero's going to be pissed off.
Go for the mask. Take it off, Rocky. Take it off, Rocky.
You can't do that. That's illegal.
Come on, take his mask off, Rocky. And Coughlin in there with Kratos as Adrian Quest sends Limelight out. Coughlin and Kratos pair up. Wow.
And all hell has broken loose.
And Quest into the barricade. Whoa, Coughlin right into the post. And Black Tiger, this underground Black Tiger, you know, in the anime series, Black Tiger is sent to fight Tiger Mask. He's not sent to face Rocky Romero. That's why this is not an authorized Black Tiger. I stand by my assessment.
Listen, he's an associate of Team Filthy. He has been endorsed and approved by the strongest under strong, Tom Lawler. So you are gonna sit here and tell me that he is not a legit, not a real Black Tiger? You're gonna answer to Tom Lawler.
I have some suspicions as JR Kratos, telling the fans they're number one here. This monster.
Oh, get your phones out!
Put your
get
phone
your
down.
iPhones out! Come on! Let's take pictures of this.
No.
This is money. Money in that ring.
Put your phone down. This is your former partner who's getting destroyed right now by Team Filthy.
Oh no, and I have sympathy.
Oh yeah,
I have
hear it in your
sympathy for
voice.
Rocky Romero. No, absolutely. I hope. Come on, Rocky. Come on.
Yeah, that sounded with great sincerity as Danny Limelight with a great neck breaker there. And credit to Team Filthy, who have successfully trapped Rocky Romero in the blue corner here.
Absolutely, absolutely. Rocky, got ahead of himself. He needs to keep his emotions in check. He was trying to unmask Black Tiger.
Forearm, and Rocky is fed up here.
Oh,
a shot under the jaw.
That was uncalled for.
Needs to find the red corner, but it's Black Tiger.
5 minutes.
This underground Black Tiger.
Rewind kick.
Staggers Black Tiger. Looking for Shiranui here. Shiranui, sure enough.
He connects.
Sure enough.
Off the chest of Danny Limelight.
Wow, takes out the knee.
Rocky trying to make the tag to his partners.
Hand outstretched for Alex Coughlin, and that's who he goes to. First time legal in the match, Alex Coughlin. And JR Kratos. Coughlin beat Kratos to graduate from the dojo.
Trading hard shots here. My God.
Wow. And Coughlin looking like $1 million against this monstrous Kratos. That thumping hand.
Oh! Did you hear that? That sound resounded through this venue here in Hollywood. My God, these men want to destroy each other.
Oh, and just that thud across the jaw.
Oh, my God.
And the exposed chest of Coughlin here. Irish whip. Leapfrog from Kratos.
How about that?
Big boot. Sends Coughlin down. And Kratos is a monster who can move.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this power. Just picks him up off the mat.
Deadlift suplex. Cover, hooks the leg. Two count there from Nick Bonanno.
Coughlin ain't the only one who can deadlift.
Coughlin in trouble here.
That's right. Fans know what time it is because JR Kratos. Oh!
Ooh, nobody home. Coughlin back to his feet. Coughlin, look at
No. That's 300 pounds right there. You can tear a muscle trying to do that.
300 pounds and almost a full moon.
Wait a minute. What's
Adrian?
Adrian Quest? Oh my God!
And Rocky Romero staying on top. He's getting Kratos back to his feet. And he knows he's got his partner Coughlin. There's Quest and Romero.
Hey, come on. Is that even legal?
Of course it is.
I mean, Rocky Romero pushing Kratos into the ring in his most compromised state.
And Coughlin, can he do it?
Oh!
Into the bridge! 2!
Oh,
And
my God.
Black Tiger had to break that up. That would have been 3 again for Coughlin on Kratos.
100%. Had to. It would have been over if Black Tiger wasn't there.
And Coughlin sending Black Tiger out. But it's Danny Limelight smartly following him in. He's not the legal man, but he is taking advantage of this.
That's right. That's right. You show him.
Off the ropes.
Oh, my God. Knocks Danny Limelight's head off. Oh, my God.
Ooh, by the belt.
Oh, Jesus.
German suplex. 2, 3.
Oh.
Your winners of the match at 8 minutes and 33 seconds. The team of Adrian Quest, Rocky Romero, and Alex Coughlin.
Wait a minute! Oh. Yes! Oh, man, JR Kratos still.
Kratos cannot take the fact that Team Filthy has dropped the decision here in what was, until then, a pretty clean bout.
Not only that, but he cannot accept the fact that Alex Coughlin, beat JR Kratos. He does not believe that that victory is deserved.
And this monster, well over 300 pounds, well over 6 feet tall. What is he gonna?
He's gonna finish Alex Coughlin. Oh my!
Sit down on the chair.
I believe he's sending Alex Coughlin on another excursion to the hospital.
And we need some help out here. Alex Coughlin getting the fall for his team. JR Kratos getting the last lap, though, as we try and restore some order. Fans, our main event still to come. Hikuleo, Jay White, USFJ Challenge. Coming up next, 2-on-1 handicap match. We'll see Team Filthies, Jarrell Nelson and Royce Isaacs take on Fred Rosser. You don't want to miss it. And I still can't believe what we just saw here.
Well, look, I mean, JR Kratos took that loss to Alex Coughlin. He cannot accept, he does not respect Alex Coughlin.
Not only did he take it to heart, it has been seared inside his brain, the memory of the loss. And this is a world-class athlete. JR Kratos has nothing to be ashamed of in a loss to a guy like Coughlin. It was only a matter of time. We see these young lions time and time again where it all clicks, where that moment all clicks. And for him, there must have been embarrassment in that he was the one that it clicked for, but
yes, but Ian, we've talked about this. We've talked anybody who is the opponent of JR Kratos. We talk about the danger of doing that. You do it at your own discretion. Do you want to take that chance? Do you want to take that risk? Because these are the consequences.
But this happened after the match. I mean, it's one thing for him to put you away with that black hole slam in the center of the ring with no chair. It's another thing for him to powerbomb you. It's in the context of a match, of a hard-fought battle. This was after the match. He was defenseless. He struck him with a chair from behind. It was cowardly behavior from a man that's the biggest man on New Japan Strong. And it's inexplicable, really.
Coughlin here being helped out here, stretchered out.
And as our staff taking him for medical attention, fans, we hope you stay with us. Coming up next, 2-on-1 handicap match. West Coast Wrecking Crew takes on Fred Rosser.
Finally, after months of sitting on the shelf, months of watching, I make my return to NJPW Strong at Mutiny, where it all started in Los Angeles, California, against someone who during my first run when I was absolutely on fire stopped me dead in my tracks. Ren Narita, next week, it's not going to end good for you. It's because you're going to have to bring everything you got and a whole lot more. I'm coming back hotter, I'm coming back harder. And I'm coming back to whoop your ass and leave you in the dust, pal. The Filthy Father is back here on New Japan Strong next week.
Match number 2. This is our 2-on-1 handicap match. Schedule 1 fall with a 30-minute time limit. The rules are as follows. All wrestlers may be in the ring at the same time. The tag team wins the match if one of their members pins, submits, or knocks out their opponent. The single wrestler wins the match if he pins, submits, or knocks out either of the tag team members.
Fred Rosser making a deal with the devil here.
Well, he had no choice, Ian. You know, the man is obsessed. Come on, Ian, come on. Please stand up. Give him a standing ovation. I mean, yeah, that's right. That right there is the strongest of the strong. That is the current strong openweight champion, Tom Lawler.
In a denim jumper. He has a romper on.
The man is a trendsetter. You know it. You gotta bow down to the champ. There's nobody better. Fred Rosser is just a man obsessed. He can't accept to be the number 2 guy. He can't accept it. If you are in the same world, in the same universe as Tom Lawler, you will never be number 1. So please, let's give him a standing ovation. Come on, Ian, come on. Look at it.
183 centimeters, 98 kilos, Jorel Nelson. His tag team partner, 183 centimeters, 105 kilos, Royce Isaacs. They are the West Coast Wrecking Crew!
Get your iPhone ready, Ian. Get your phone out. Take these pictures. Look who we have here. Tom freaking Lawler, the champ. Please, come on. Thank you.
Thank you, champ. Welcome.
Ian, please.
And here, I will set my headset down.
Ian. Step aside, Ian.
Here, I will make my way. Tom Lawler, welcome to the booth. We are being graced by the first and only champion.
That's right. Good choice of words, graced.
Tom, you're here tonight to observe this 2-on-1 handicap bout. And then you set the terms pretty clear back in Texas.
I cannot believe that the matchmakers, I cannot believe that Fred Rosser, I cannot believe that anybody is letting this match go down. We have 2 number 1 draft picks in the West Coast Wrecking Crew about to take out a guy. Look at me all you want, Fred. That's as close as you're getting this now. Taking out a guy who's lucky to make the roster.
Oh, come on. I'm with you. If there were tag team champions here in Strong, West Coast Wrecking Crew undoubtedly would either be the champions or be the number 1 contenders instantaneously. Fred Rosser's the only man that's pinned you here in New Japan Strong. Your record is nearly unblemished for the almost 2 years that New Japan Strong has existed. He's the only one that's gotten your number in any kind of bout. You gotta give a little bit of respect to him.
If you watch fighting, if you watch any sport long enough, Ian, you will see people get lucky. It's happened throughout history, right? We can talk about, take a look. This isn't gonna be, it's not gonna be Buster Douglas taking out Mike Tyson if Fred gets a shot at me. He's not gonna make it out of this beating.
And
no doubt about it.
2-on-1 here, made a deal with the devil to try and get a 3rd opportunity at the Strong Openweight Championship.
What did you call me?
He made a deal with the devil, I'm not saying the hypothetical devil. As Isaac's out.
Wow, Fred Rosser cleaning house. I mean, the man is absolutely obsessive compulsive about this idea of capturing the title that has been created for Tom Lawler.
And through the ropes, splitting the difference there. And wow, Royce Isaacs said, do his tights say Mayor Royce? This isn't The Wire.
I'll vote for him.
Ooh.
This is clearly an illegal tactic on the part of Fred Rosser.
I mean, why does he feel like he needs to use the barricade here to neutralize his opponent? I mean, isn't he all about fairness? Let's play by the rules,
We
right?
were in this building when Team Filthy also used the barricade. I think it's fair for an eye for an eye.
Wait, Team Filthy does not live by the philosophy of Fred Rosser, first of all.
Oh.
Let's clear that up.
What is the referee doing here? He needs to start getting on this count. Fred Rosser's using this to his advantage.
Well, it's 2-on-1 here.
Oh, no!
But that's legal. This is not legal, fighting on the outside like this.
Jarrell Nelson by the hair here. Fireman's carry position. Fred Rosser in control right now.
Say it again, Ian. He had Jarrell by the hair. That's the reason why he was able to do that.
And Rosser. Ooh, the thumbs down. And
Is that to signify his loss to me
Oh.
in December? Is that what that was?
two times voted the match of the year.
That's
New
right.
Japan Strong.
Yeah.
Their epic clashes.
2 historical defenses, 2 historic losses for Fred Rosser.
And look at this, the elbows, reminiscent of what went down in your last encounter. Just drilling down with those elbows.
That's illegal in my former mixed martial arts rule set, but if Fred thinks I haven't adapted by now, he's sorely mistaken.
The chicken wing here, using that knee to drive through.
Well, if Royce can get to that rope, he's real close.
And what Rosser's done successfully is he's separated both men, but how long can he keep this pace up? He's really exerting his energy here to try and keep them separated.
Well, yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, we know how hard he trains, but it doesn't matter who you are. Your energy will be depleted. You got to manage your energy well. But how can you do that with the West Coast Wrecking Crew?
Especially 2-on-1.
Well, I think this is a tactic by the West Coast. Fred Rosser looks to me like he's on the verge of wearing himself out here. He's having to take a little rest.
One of the most finely conditioned athletes in New Japan. But anytime, I mean, 2-on-1, there's an extra man you have to worry about at all times. If he's not going to wear down physically, mentally, this is going to be a challenge. Wondering where Nelson is at all times, including right now.
There you go.
I wasn't wondering. I knew he was going to be in the right spot. And there it was.
And the West Coast Wrecking Crew now.
Well, they're gonna put the work on Fred Rosser now.
This team
They're going to
functions
wreck him.
exceptionally as a unit.
Oh my God!
And
look at those forearms, a headbutt.
And they get free reign here. The rules of the match
That's right.
explicitly say both men can be in the ring at all times. And if you're Fred Rosser, I know pride is on the line. I know how desperately he wants to challenge once again for your championship, Tom, but why would he enter a match like this? This is almost unwinnable.
If you're Fred Rosser, not only is your pride on the line, right now your health is on the line, your breath is on the line, your future in this business is on the line. You're getting beat up by 2 men who are blue chippers.
That's right. I mean, maybe a better option for Fred Rosser is to just retire and enjoy his family. You know,
Just
does he
take
really need to get into this?
Retire as we take a look here. You know the Rosser family in attendance here tonight.
I'm doing Fred a favor by saying no to his challenges. What's Fred going to do after I beat him again? What is his goal going to be?
And
And Royce Isaacs is coming over here on stage.
what?
Are you kidding me?
What is this?
Get your. I wanna get your vibe. I wanna get it. Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, come on.
Oh man, that's money right there. That's money right there. My God, come on, Ian, get your phone out. Get your phone out. That is beautiful right there.
You're on video.
The champ of the West Coast Record Crew are reminding the world what they're all about. Come on, Ian. Come on.
You are caught red-handed on video taking a selfie
Sorry,
here.
I can't help myself. I mean, you don't. It's not every day you have the chance to have the West Coast Wrecking Crew and Tom Lawler here on the same.
Wasting precious time was the West Coast Wrecking Crew, and I don't believe this. They can just win the match. They can put Fred Rosser out of his misery instead. They gave him a chance to get his breath, to capture momentum, to plan his next move, and Fred Rosser back in this. Rosser with a knife edge chop here.
Turn my back for 1 second. What's happening?
Irish whip. Well, your guys decided to pose, and Fred Rosser. Oh God.
Rosser must have slipped, and he.
Oh yeah.
No, that was a beautifully legal tactic by the West Coast Wrecking Crew. Hoist Isaacs pulled the rope down. It's legal.
Of course,
2-on-1, he can do
absolutely
that.
legal. Absolutely. This is a 2-on-1 contest.
Yeah, and now turnabout's is fair play here on the floor. Fred Rosser wanted to try to use this to his advantage before. Look at how it's working out for him now.
Oh, he's paying for it now. How about that?
Slingshot into the body slam.
That's just beautiful. That's beautiful.
As Isaac sending Rosser in big trouble here. Cover, just a 1 count. We know Rosser has a lot of adrenaline, a lot of heart. He is not going to quit.
I say stay down. Just stay down.
That's not in Rosser's playbook, his vocabulary. Ooh.
Do yourself a favor, Fred. Save yourself. Save yourself for the future. Save yourself for somebody else besides Team Filthy.
The longer this match goes on, I sadly am inclined to agree. Fred Rosser in deep, deep trouble here. The West Coast Wrecking Crew.
Oh my God, how about that? That's it.
Double
Goodbye.
cover, 1, 2,
That's
3.
it.
Your winners of the match, the West Coast Wrecking Crew!
Think about the ego on that guy. He thought he was going to beat 2 men at once. He thought he was going to beat the West Coast Wrecking Crew. No way. No way.
West Coast Wrecking Crew, one of the best tag teams in the world.
Once again, your winners of the match, the West Coast Wrecking Crew!
I mean, Tom Lawler's right, Ian. What did Fred Rosser think? What was he thinking? Thinking that he could beat the West Coast Wrecking Crew 2-on-1? 2 of those men?
Desperation makes you do funny things.
That's right. He's irrational. He's not thinking straight.
It's the only explanation that I have. Fred Rosser gave it his best shot. Ultimately, 2-on-1's one thing. It's even another step to face the best tag team on New Japan Strong. And sadly, Fred Rosser will not get the shot that he wants for the New Japan Strong Open Weight Championship.
Fred. The ego on Fred Rosser to think he was going to beat 2 men and get a title shot at Filthy Tom. Fred, you're just like all these other losers here who...
I mean, he makes a good point.
No, these are ticket-buying fans. These are not losers.
All you do is ask for favors.
No.
Give me this. Give me that. Fred. Fred, you want something from me? Hey, you want something from me? Let me give you a little bit of advice, okay? Let me give you a little bit of advice. A champion acts a certain way, a champion looks a certain way.
What is he implying here?
And quite frankly, Fred, to me, you don't even look like a worthy challenger. So. You always are asking me to do you a favor. You want a shot at this title? Why don't you do me a favor, Fred? I'm giving you some career advice. I liked you better when you were bald. You remember this? You remember when I cut your hair in Philadelphia? You remember that? You remember when I beat your ass after that for the title? Do you remember that? You want a title shot? You want a title shot, Fred? I want you to do something for me. I want you to get rid of that hair.
Oh, come on. It's part of his identity. The indignity of them removing his hair
Look at
physically.
This. Are you ready? What do you think, Royce? What do you think, Jarrell? What do you say, Fred? Is it time for Mr. Rosser to catch a fade?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, listen.
No.
How bad does he want it? How bad does he want it? You want a title shot? It's probably going to be his last one. If
Look at Isaacs just.
You want a shot?
You don't have to do this, Fred.
How bad do you want it, huh? How bad do you want it, Fred?
Fred's never been a man who's conformed. He's always been a leader. He's been encouraging others to show who they really are deep down inside.
maybe he doesn't want it bad enough.
He's a role model. He doesn't need to do this, Alex.
He doesn't. I agree with you. He doesn't. He just needs to settle.
No,
Just settle. Be the #2 guy in New Japan Strong. Just settle. Oh. Wow. And Jarrell Nelson just ran those clippers over the head of Fred Rosser. And I guess you can't. Oh, wow.
And look at Rosser. Rosser taking agency and ownership of this as his family looks on. And he's getting in Lawler's face.
Darn it.
Do I get my title shot or not? What do you think? Does Fred Rosser deserve a shot at the belt?
Well, I mean, look, he's had his chances, so does he really?
But he's proved time and time and again that he...
Oh! That is filthy! This is filthy, Tom Lawler! This is why he is filthy, Tom Lawler.
I'm not like the rest of you. The answer, Fred, is no!
Well, look, he's the champ. He's given him chances before.
And Fred had an opportunity despite however long the odds. And Fred is not willing to compromise on what he believes in.
You know what? You know what, Fred? You want something of mine? There's a show, New Japan Collision, coming up on my birthday. And I can't think of a better present to give myself than to finally get rid of the man that has been the biggest pain in my ass for the last 2 years, and that's you, Fred. Fred, I want you to put something on the line. I don't want your career. I just want you to give up what you love most. You can go wrestle wherever you want. You can go to the Impact Zone. You could go to AEW. maybe you'll get a visa to go to Japan. But if you can't beat me for this belt, I want your ass out of New Japan Strong for good.
Oh, man.
How bad does he want it?
Why don't you meet me in the middle of this ring right now? And give me an answer, Fred. What's your answer? Are you gonna put up your career in Strong?
It's a big decision.
Huge. I mean,
His contract means more than anything to him. Think about all the media. Think about all of the news shows, the cable stations that Fred Rosser's on, proudly displaying the New Japan Lions mark. Think about what that has meant to him as he tries to rebuild and reconstruct. Think about all the good he's doing, sharing the message of blocking the hate. This is his outlet. This is his message of communicating to the people of the things that are most important to him. He's willing to give up his hair. He's willing to give up big matches. To me, Fred Rosser, though, has a choice. Does he potentially risk the outlet by which he's able to show what a courageous individual he is to get the one thing he's been chasing for so long, Alex?
I mean, this has been his home. This is his home. This is his life. Is he willing to give it up for that one title shot, the last one that he'll probably get?
Fred Rosser knows deep down, as you see him with his family, that he is the only man who has pinned Filthy Tom Lawler. And he has a lot to think about. Hopefully we will get that answer in time as Fred Rosser considers his fate. Fans, coming up next, a huge main event, US of J Open Challenge, Hikuleo, Jay White. You don't want to miss it.
This is what I live for.
All right, keep up the hard work, guys. Hey, Royce, where's this one going?
Parts unknown.
Tocon Shop Global. We ship worldwide.
Why, buddy? You finished those Okada orders yet?
Yeah, with the new Team Filthy shirt, papi.
Genius. Eso, mi gente.
The stars of today and the legends of the past come together on your smartphone. NJPW Collection. Pick up cards from special draft events. Use your collected cards to form your own faction or exchange them for limited edition special cards. Check in live from venues or remotely from home to get special tickets and items. Add all of New Japan Pro Wrestling to your collection now. NJPW Collection.
You're right. I am the future of Bullet Club. Because Bullet Club is for life. Well, why can't the future start right here right now.
Take it easy, big man. The air is thin at the top, and it takes time to learn how to breathe. But if you think that you have what it takes to lead and dominate the wrestling world, well, then maybe I'll have to teach you that it's not quite your era. You want me to teach that lesson? I will teach it. You want me to open up those lungs for you, show you how to breathe? I will do exactly that. Because yeah, the future is yours, but right now it is still my era! Today's main event, US of J Open Challenge, scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit.
We enter this bout, our main event here, week 1 of the Mutiny Tour, with maybe 1,000 questions, if not more. What does this match mean for Bullet Club? And that is even before we think about the individual motivations of each man. As you see 6 foot 8 inch tall Hikuleo, the youngest brother of the famed Tongan wrestling family, the Sons of Haku.
From the red corner, representing Bullet Club, 203 centimeters, 127 kilos, the young gun, Hikuleo!
He has seen his brothers dismissed from Bullet Club by its leader, Jay White. His own status remaining a question mark. Here tonight, he's answering the US of J challenge, which traditionally has been from athletes outside of New Japan. It has been a series to see athletes that Jay White does not normally compete against. We think about Jay Lethal from AEW. We think about Chris Sabin from Impact. We think about Speedball Mike Bailey from Impact.
And there he is. And please, can we just, first of all, let's give thanks. Give thanks to Jay White for the house tonight. Why we're all here. Why the lights are on. Why Bullet Club has been so successful is because of this man. Yes, there's a little bit of look, it's gotta piss off Hikuleo that Jay White made the decision to kick out the Gorillas of Destiny out of Bullet Club.
In the blue corner, representing Bullet Club, Switchblade, Jay White!
Yes, it's gotta get under the skin of Hikuleo that his brothers are no longer part of Bullet Club. It is not easy to be the leader of Bullet Club. It is Jay White who's been controlling the ship. Hikuleo thinks he wants to test himself. He wants to test Jay White. Maybe it's Hikuleo's time.
Your referee, Jeremy Marks.
Well, we've talked about the idea that Jay White is culling the fat. That's what Jay White said. I did not expect him to expel GOD. Men that are multi-time IWGP heavyweight tag team champions, that are former Ring of Honor tag team champions.
I think it would be in the interest of Hikuleo to put up the sign, keep it sweet. Because, I mean, okay, look, Ian, what's going to happen? What happens if Hikuleo loses? Does he fall in line? Does he join his brothers? Mr. New Japan now, Tamatonga? I mean, come on. What happens if he loses?
Well, what happens if he wins? Has he thought about if he wins, does he become the leader of Bullet Club? That we don't know. If he wins, does he kick Jay White out? If he wins, does he bring the GOD back in? These are all questions. As the crowd evenly divided, which is unusual. I mean, Jay White's star power is captivating. And no matter what you think of his tactics, the fans are usually captivated just by the magnetism and the star power of the man that sold out Madison Square Garden.
No, thank you, by the way. Thank you for reminding us all that, yes, this is Jay White. The man has single-handedly sold out Madison Square Garden. It is not easy to be in his position. And look, I hate to see this.
Yeah, heavy is the head that wears the crown.
I hate to see this. Look, I think Hikuleo is on an incredible trajectory, in his career. But I don't know if he is at a point to be the leader of one of the biggest, most dominant factions in pro wrestling. I mean, it takes a lot.
Well, and I mean, and Hikuleo now has cornered in this cat and mouse game. He's cornered Switchblade Jay White, has a hold of him, now sends him into the corner. Nobody home on the big swing and a miss, and Jay White now going to the outside. Hallmark of Jay White. And it's interesting to me, too, because what if Hikuleo's just wrestling this match to prove himself to Jay White? What if this whole time Hikuleo's already decided that he's fine with being in Bullet Club, that he's fine with being a mentor? What if he beats him? Does he change his mind? I mean, there are so many motivations that Hikuleo could have here, and they could all change depending on the result of this match.
That's right. And look, I mean, we talk about, the Gorillas of Destiny, and the connection that they have to Hikuleo. But what about the connection the effect that Jay White has had on the career of Hikuleo, the mentorship that he provided for him, the support, raising him to be this aggressive, vicious monster, that all happened under the eye of Jay White.
You can't dispute that, and they've been tag team partners on New Japan Strong. Hikuleo's been in the corner of Jay White on New Japan Strong. There's absolutely no way to dispute that the Grand Slam champion that is Jay White has helped facilitate the growth of Hikuleo.
Here's what I think. I think that Hikuleo had no choice but to challenge Jay White to a fight because his brothers got kicked out of the Bullet Club. He had no choice. He has to for his brothers. But if you're gonna make a smart decision for your career, you stay in Bullet Club, you fall in line, is what I'm saying. Win, lose, or draw, you fall in line, you stay with Jay White.
Don't know if I necessarily agree with that because he has a golden opportunity to win against a man that's done everything, accomplished almost everything here in New Japan, and you can write your own ticket. You can recreate it in your own image, if you will, as he has Jay White up into the railing.
That was 7.5 feet right on that barricade.
Steel to the throat of Jay White. You see him grasping for air at this point.
Ooh, that was a big one. That was...
And now the foot on the throat, Jeremy Marcus letting them fight. He knows this is going to be a down-home grudge match. Not going to be a scientific encounter. Making sure it gets back into the ring, though.
This is what you want!
Look, and we know that Jay White, he is a chess player. He is always 1, 2, 3 moves ahead of you. He expected this kind of punishment, this kind of intensity, this approach of Hikuleo. He expected. So what does he have in store for Hikuleo? Hikuleo needs to be very careful, and he needs to keep Jay White grounded.
Well, I think for Hikuleo, you see this sometimes in the playoffs, in the in the NFL, in the NBA, where you see a team who's a little bit of an underdog, but that is dangerous enough to win. They play not to lose instead of playing to win. I think he's got to play to win. I think he's got to, you're right, be calculated, but I think he's got to keep his feet on the gas and look for high-impact moves nonstop.
He does need to keep his feet on the gas, for sure. That was a mistake.
Ooh, and an unforced error.
5 minutes have passed. 5 minutes.
Compounded by White, ramming Hikuleo into that steel pole.
That wrist must be destroyed.
And Jay White sending Hikuleo back in. And this may be the opportunity White needed, just a 1 count there. Now White inspecting that shoulder, that arm.
Interesting tactic here, picking up Hikuleo. He's trying to suplex him. I mean...
Yeah, we talked about unforced error for Hikuleo. There's one by White. Could have ended a lot worse for him there. Charging in, nobody home.
I'll tell you honestly, Ian, all of this could have been planned. What I'm saying is, this is Jay White. He's no dummy. He knows he can't suplex Hikuleo. What's Hikuleo gonna do? Of course he's gonna try to suplex Jay White. He lands behind him, he lures him in, and now he's taking the legs out of Hikuleo. If Hikuleo can't walk, his size doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, you effectively chopped the tree down at that point. You're absolutely right. And again, forcing that knee left to right.
I'm just observing the strategy of Jay White and the things that he's doing. He's planning all these moves like 4 moves ahead of time. I'm telling you, he's a mastermind.
Ooh. And that knee down onto the apron. And Hikuleo still got a lot left in those legs though. Creates distance, pushes Jay White away. White back to his feet though. Oh, exposing that apron. What is he? Oh wow. Oh God, he's suffocating him.
That's creative offense there.
Could have killed him.
We don't have to go that far here. I mean, he's just, punish. Oh, dropping him on the outside with that neck breaker. Wow. Look, I mean, this is Hikuleo. You gotta use whatever's in front of you.
And White encouraging Jeremy Marcus to count.
Well, listen, that's a good idea.
5, 6, 7, 8.
And a 20 count in New Japan. Hikuleo back in at 8.
And right away after that leg. Oh.
Standing dragon screw on that leg. Back to the inside of that knee.
I mean, look, Jay White putting on a clinic. This is how you this is how you chop down a bigger man. You make him smaller. You put him on your level. Work on those long legs. Take those legs out. He's not a giant anymore.
And almost back to his young lion days, where that Boston Crab was so important. That basic strategy coming back in play. Oh, wow. Getting out of the way. That swing and the miss by Hikuleo. And Jay White now remains in control as the crowd has shown their allegiance here.
I mean, look, there's a reason why he has held every major championship in New Japan Pro Wrestling. There's a reason why he is in charge of one of the biggest factions in pro wrestling. My guy, he just got his life chopped. I mean, there's a reason that he's in the position that he's in. It just pains me to see two brothers fight it out. I mean, I'm telling you, Jay White left Hikuleo no choice. Yes, skimming the fat, Oh, my goodness.
Sending Jay White into the corner.
Wow, that was a rough landing there in that corner. Yes.
Shoulder first. Front face lock here. Those decisions Jay White made are now coming back to haunt him as Hikuleo. It didn't need to come to this. He didn't need to kick out Gorillas of Destiny, one of the most successful teams of all time in New Japan. And now Baby Brothers coming in.
10 minutes have passed, 10 minutes.
And showing Jay White that he will not roll over.
That suplex might have taken some damage on his leg as well.
Hikuleo.
That leg is compromised.
Yeah, staggering in. As Jay White now off the ropes. Just a little bit quicker at this point. Big body slam. White down the elevator. Now it's Hikuleo. Here we go. Cover. 2 in. Wow.
I mean, look, he's able to mount some offense there, but with every move, I mean, that leg is still compromised. I mean, look at it.
You're absolutely right. If this was a normal match where that knee was in full capacity or even earlier in the match, he would be up already. That's right. Bringing White back to his feet, maybe going for a body slam, a suplex. But
Will he be able to connect with the tongue and driller with that compromised leg?
It's White firing away, trying to break free. White certainly thinks that he might be able to, or else he wouldn't be fighting as hard as he can here.
Well, yeah, you don't want to take a chance, no.
Ooh, back up. Oh, kicks to the knee. Cuts him down to size. DDT plants him.
Beautiful.
White, who is undefeated in these USFJ challenges from the first time ever, though it's coming from within New Japan Strong. It's coming from within Bullet Club.
From within Bullet Club. How often do you see that? That's why it pains me to see this. But sometimes two brothers got to fight it out.
Ooh. Running European uppercut. White charging back in with another. Hikuleo in trouble here.
Ooh.
Catches him. Plants him with a flatliner. Instead of going for the cover, White is now looking to inflict more damage on that knee, holding him into place. Oh, instead. Now, I don't agree with...
He won't be able to. This is...
Yeah, I don't agree with this. He had him on the mat. I would have tried and kept him there.
Is he trying to... Oh! How about that? He learned... He knows Hikuleo. They've been together for so long. He knew Hikuleo was going to swing like that, and he used Hikuleo's momentum to suplex him over the head.
Caught him with the Saito suplex right there. Now front face lock. It's Jay White remaining in control. Oh, anarchist suplex in the middle of the ring.
Beautiful.
Cover, hooking the leg. 2. Just a 2 count there. Hikuleo's got a lot of heart. This match is almost more than a championship. This is about family. This is about bonds. This is about relationships. This is about the Bullet Club and their future.
That's right. That's right.
If you're ever putting the proverbial gun to the head of Hikuleo. Ooh, back elbow separates space. Chop block, sending Hikuleo down. Has a half a dragon here. Elbowing out. Jay White charging in, clothesline.
He wasn't able to clothesline him over the top, but he took some damage there. Oh,
God.
Man.
Hyper extending the leg. And, dragon screw, leg whip.
Ian, that leg is done. That leg is done. Whatever Hikuleo tries to do, it's not going to be to its full potential.
Stepping inside toe hold into a standing position here. White recalibrating, looking for something different. Oh, Hikuleo pushes him out of the way. And there's just enough left in those legs to create separation. But White
is relentless.
Staying on top of him, still has plenty of endurance left. This is a big match wrestler. It wrestled upwards of 30, 45, 60 minutes when he was IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
That's right, the experience that he's had, Hikuleo has not had yet.
And certainly many, including us, believe it's in his future.
Oh, no doubt about it. Just not right now. Not when it's Jay White's time.
Well, Hikuleo here trying to counter out of it.
That is not.
Has White up.
Holding on to his knee buckled a little bit, unable to capitalize right away. And Jay White being the ring general and being so aware, rolling out, preventing from being covered.
You can't dispute what Jay White just did. Knew exactly where he was despite taking the damage of that gigantic power bomb. He was well over 7 feet in the air and just slammed through the mat, but having the wherewithal to just get out of the ring.
Man. I mean, look, Hikuleo was so close. If he could have gotten the cover right then and there.
Oh, but White back to the dragon screw. Hikuleo in big time trouble now.
Yeah, he's in a lot of pain. That leg is done.
Front face lock here, draping him. Oh! Plants him down. Could it be hooking the leg?
Could be it.
2, 3.
Oh!
Wow.
Barely lifting the shoulders off the mat. I mean, we've never questioned the heart of Hikuleo. I mean, he will fight until there's nothing left.
And he's showing me something here today beyond even anything I thought he was capable of. The endurance over 15 minutes now. The beating he's taking. And we may be breathing with the switchblade here. Oh! Blade Runner countered. Blade Runner countered. Hand around the throat. Oh. And look at the fearlessness.
Ooh. Asking for more.
Counters it that time. Grabs a hold of the wrist. Sends White down. And the match has reset. Referee Jeremy Marcus making sure Hikuleo wants to continue. Even through that clothesline, you saw the knee buckle again down to the mat.
His leg is finished. It is not going to be at 100%. I will be surprised if he will be able to execute anything at its full potential. His leg is finished.
But that doesn't mean he's not going to try.
Oh!
Sizing up and delivering on Switchblade Jay White. And it's Hikuleo charging in.
Oh!
Collapsing Jay White in the corner. Has him up.
No, are you kidding me?
The strength. Oh! Power slam by Hikuleo. Cover. The pain in the face, too. And
yeah, you saw he's eating it. He's absorbing it. There's a lot of pain in his knee.
Taking so much out of him in just what we consider sometimes basic movements, like running, like standing up. The pain is just radiating through the body of Hikuleo, but looking for the choke slam here. And White, look at that bullseye on that knee. Oof, swing and a miss on the backhand.
No, no.
Hikuleo!
No, he's looking to finish.
On the dirt,
no.
Hikuleo choke slam counter.
They got it out of their system. All right? If you know what's good for you, you're going to fall in line. You're going to stay under the leadership of Jay White.
Once again, your winner of the match, Jay White!
What do you think, Ian? Do you think he stays under the leadership of Jay White? Or do you think he should join the ranks of the Gorillas of Destiny?
If I'm Jay White right now and I'm the leader of Bullet Club, I've just seen something that I knew was inside Hikuleo, but that I maybe haven't seen before. I saw resilience. I saw the mental fortitude to continue against a main event big match wrestler. To me, oh God, he's got a chair. If I'm Jay White, I've seen what I've needed to see to try and convince Hikuleo to stay. I think at this point. Come on, no.
I mean, unless Jay White has moved on, because it...
Which...
No, he doesn't mean that. He's just a little bit emotional. He wants to talk. Yes.
To the greatest fucking wrestler in the world. Last time! You're pissing me off now. I'm giving you the gift and opportunity of a lifetime.
He's better off with Jay White.
This is the most important decision of his professional wrestling career to this point, is what he will do.
There you go. There you go.
After the beating that he endured, after the beating he gave to Jay White.
This is good for him.
The too sweet. Oh, how does he look his brothers in the eye now? How does he look at Tama Tonga and Tangaloa?
Look, he went and he fought for them. He went and he fought for them. And right now, at this point in their careers, they gotta go their separate ways. That's life.
The Bullet Club thicker than blood here in Hollywood, California, as Jay White and Hikuleo laying it all on the line here.
Couldn't have said it better. Thicker than blood.
Fans, thanks so much for joining us this week on New Japan Strong. For Alex Kozlov, I'm Ian Riccaboni. Next week, we're taking a break from New Japan Strong because we head to Washington, D.C. for Capital Collision. In 2 weeks' time, though, huge main event. Taylor Rust, Mascara Dorada, and Brody King take on the United Empire's TJP, Henare, and Great Okan. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the capital city.